It's Wednesday morning. This is the Beast. It's been sitting unplugged all night. On top we have the removed remote management controller, and the two consumer SATA hard drives along with a VMware install disk. So, after sitting overnight, our job this morning is to plug it in. 1, 2. Got green lights. It's gonna get loud. This is the UPS backing up the server at the moment. Server 2012. And our logon screen. Log on. Our desktop. I'm looking through a camera here. Alright, so we right click again, run as administrator. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire up a Windows 7 VM that was installed yesterday. And yes, the server's name is the Beast. Oh, she is up. Eight hard drives, RAID 6, no battery backup. Performance is mediocre at best. This is a dual E5440. Nothing to shake a stick at. It's a good 5 years old. Solid Intel server system. It's been a good machine. Okay, so we have our VM. I'm gonna, you know what? Let's leave it. Close the connection. Still running. Server manager is just working her way up. I'm not too keen on it. Maybe for at-a-glance stuff, it's okay. We're still building custom MMCs. Delayed start services are showing in red. So once a couple minutes down the road, regular Windows keys work, so Windows R. I'm going to shut down. Only I'm going to switch to an R, so we're restarting. Okay. So our VM is running. When we restart, it should come up and redo. So this is the warm boot test. Just to make sure everything goes through and server boots itself appropriately. Okay, camera focus. Dang thing won't focus. Jiminy Cricket. There we go. So it's shutting down the operating system, or saving. I think it's shutting down Windows 8, or sorry, Windows 7. So all we did with this box, installed 2012 Datacenter, installed the Hyper-V roll. This has a dual NIC, Intel Gigabit NIC setup, so we teamed, I think it's switch fault tolerant. We did that before installing the roll. Then we installed the roll, Hyper-V roll. Finished and verified the networking. Dual NIC was, or the V switch for Hyper-V was bound to the team, leaving the host operating system also on the same team. This we're going into a live production situation. It's going to be a lab box for a client. We would have dropped in a quad port ET and bound the two built in with two of the ET ports for 4 ports total and ran our V switch on that. This is an Intel RAID controller. Again, no battery backup. So the RAID 6 performance on the 500 gig Seagate SATA ES series SATA drives is Blog post shows for the 140 gig VHDX creation process that it took quite a while. The firmware on the replacement hot swap backplanes, so the 6 drive and then the 4 drive expander units, were left at the default. The firmware on the RAID controller and the motherboard were updated to newest. That seems to be the best combination for this particular box to keep things stable. Now again, it's not going to be a quote-unquote production box. It's a lab box that they're going to use for building environments, mirrored environments to test different configurations for their Active Directory group policy. So they don't need anything absolutely robust. But it is with 16 gig of RAM and dual E5440s, it'll be a decent platform for them to work on. right. So, Cat6. Right click. Now we did pin Hyper-V Manager to the taskbar. Right click again, run as admin. Focus. There we go. Server Manager is coming up. Eventually. There we go. And our Windows 7 is online. Now in some cases where we're doing patch management, and I lost my focus again. Come on. We would change the settings for automatic start. So our preference is start, and instead of save, we actually change it to shutdown. Just for simplicity's sake, it's our preference to start with a fresh OS start versus a save start. And she'll come up eventually. "2012 isn't happy with the built-in ATI, older ATI ES series video that's on this particular Intel server board. It's an S5000 PSL SATA R. Again with the most recent firmware. There we go. And there you have Hyper-V 2012 running on a SC5400LX based Intel server system. About 5 years old, somewhere in there. A little bit of service work here in the shop. Place a couple alien components. And now this guy is going to be a lab for one of our clients, probably for a good number of years going forward.